Hi everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Just wanted to go over some of the challenges I've been having with the strategy I've been running for about 2 months, 3 months. That's a cryptocurrency strategy, and about 6 weeks ago it worked beautifully, where there would be cryptocurrency pairs running at about 7-8% over an hour, 3 hours. And it's quite amazing to me to understand that the strategy worked beautifully, and I was getting very, very big moves and pocketing some nice coin. I mean, tiny amounts, but I'm always after returns on the position itself. Don't like negative positions or even positions that are at breaking even at zero, because you still have the commission to pay out, which is very tiny, but still you're losing money. Anyways, so what has happened was volatile Bitcoin was really volume, where you get extreme price changes, which affected the whole cryptocurrency asset class. And as a result, that enabled you to have profit, because profit is just weighted out over a 24-hour period. You would be getting some bang and or bank, and you did get that over 2-3 positions, and it was quite nice. Those days are done now. Since I've tracked it to the first week of October, and that volatility has literally dried up. News of the market in crypto has dropped off in terms of volume. Not sure if that should be a concern. Hey Andrew, I'm not sure if that should be of concern. I don't think it is. But it's definitely hurting the asset space, or the asset class space, because it removes the opportunity to take on positions. They will. I don't know if you saw me there. I probably froze. Anyways, where the because the volume's not there, the momentum's not there, and my strategy is built off of momentum, and it's a swing kind of strategy. Now, I have talked that we'll just leave it. We know of other strategies that use mean reverting, where you're using another instrument to neutralize and profit off of a spread. That's fine and good, and it works. I know it works, but they're complicated. It's like shorting. They just add complexity to what you're already working on. So right now I'm just going to focus on the momentum strategy. This one, it works kind of okay. And I'm moving into the the CFD and Forex space using Oanda. And I'm seeing some opportunities there, but I'm seeing more either news-driven events that will pop or spike a price, or I'll also see some kind of supply and demand. I guess that would be news or sentiment. I'm looking for those to see any kind of relations. I will say this: on my analytics, I go through the reports, and the number one asset that showed profitability potential was oil, Brent crude oil, and that was last night. And it goes through a whole whack load of 10, 11, 12 different indicators, and it was processed at 6 p.m. my time. By 10, 11 p.m., it was already had moved enough where it was in those top 3 movers as a CFD. And I'm like, is there a relationship there that I should be looking for in my reports? So I'm going to be looking for that. That's in the CFD world. And I'm going to add in, over time, my candles. My Morobuzu candles work really well, as well as harmonics. Any form of bull harmonic pattern, as well as this thing, like it's like not a fully fledged automated head and shoulders. It's a derivative of it, but seems to work pretty well. Those are the tools that I use for conviction on that this could move, and I'm going to check it out the next day, see if it's the case. And the CFDs is like that, where there's some form of predictability. Now, that's part of changing and adjusting. But the world of CFD seems to be pretty consistent. It just really depends upon what's happening in the markets. It could be used as a safety haven for certain assets to move, for certain instruments to move. So you got to look for that and look for the sentiment, and supply and demand is definitely another one. And looking at calendar events as well that can move certain assets. Forex is another story. I just did a video stream, and it's pretty clear to me based upon the volume that the two exotics, the volatile ones, the lira, Turkish lira and the rand, are the ones to look at because they move, but they're really hard to project or forecast because of their other cross currency is very hard to determine. Will it be a big loss or will it be a big win? And it changes every day. I'd even say every couple hours. So the question is it worth trading those? But when you look at the volume, yeah, it's something to look at. But is there something deeper I can look at in the charts? They'll say this will move, maybe using, as I said, the indicators of candles or harmonic patterns or this automated head and shoulders, and trying to find those relationships to see when it's about to move. So I'm going to look at that, but focus on the Turkish lira and the South African rand. There's a few other ones that kind of, but looking at the volume doesn't look like they're enough. But I'll show another video on that at some point. But I just want to put all that together that you got to know how to adjust, changing on the market regime, specifically in the world of crypto, which has happened in the second week, let's say, of October, whereas CFD and Forex, CFD is a lot more predictable, but it's more like forecasting spikes when they'll hit. In terms of, as you said, Andrew, in terms of the volatility, the most volatile are definitely Rand and Turkish Lira. Because of the unpredictable nature of those currencies, that's a tough gig. So I'm going to look for using some form of indicator to kind of gauge if there is potential with it. But that's a long-term project if you're going to be successful in the world of trading Forex. There is potential there. It's a much lower probability versus crypto, but it's trying to find that potential of it moving. In order to predict the markets I'm in, yeah, of course, looking at volatility, but which way the volatility moves is a question. That could be, again, moved by calendar event, news event, sentiment, macroeconomic, who knows. And those are things I'm going to look for, but I'll try to figure it out over the next couple of, probably week or so. But anyways, what time is it? Yeah, I gotta roll. Anyways, but I just thought I'd put this out there, and I'll do more of these, and hopefully people will be in tune with it. If you got any questions, just comment away, or you know where to reach me. Otherwise, have a good one. Later.